guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be having a look at the Airbrush Flawless Foundation versus the Magic Foundation. So if you want to see my thoughts on these two foundations and see which one I'm liking the best, how I think that they're comparing to each other, then just stay tuned. We're going to be getting into it right now. I am going to go ahead and just put on this side of my face, I'm going to go in with the Airbrush Flawless. On this side of my face, I'm going to go in with the Magic Foundation, and I have tried using this with, first I will put on a little bit of Charlotte's Magic Cream. So I have a small bottle of that for some hydration. I have used this without using a good hydrator, and I have not been happy with the way that the Airbrush Flawless Foundation looks. So I have not been so far the biggest fan of this new foundation. I am very disappointed to say. So I have tried this without using a very good hydrator. Has not worked for me. I've tried using it without a primer and it will just wipe right off of my skin. I'll try to insert a clip of that. So I'm not going to be able to use it without a good gripping primer. So I am going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer today. I have filmed this. This is not the first time I filmed this. I have filmed this video twice already, and like I said, I tried to film it without using a primer because I feel like some people do not use a primer, and I will insert some of that clip. And I could not get the makeup to stay on my face without a primer. So that's another thing I am not real happy about. So I'm going to try it with this Hydro Grip Primer and a good moisturizer, and we'll see what we get today. So like I said, I am going to go in and I am using the shade 3 Neutral in the Airbrush Flawless. I'm using the regular shade that I always use in the Magic Foundation, and that is in the shade 4 Pale. And this shade works quite nicely for me, but they are very, very different. I feel like that the shades in the Airbrush Flawless Foundation does change a little bit once it dries down. I don't know if that's oxidation or the fact that it's supposed to sink to your skin. I don't know if that's what's going on with this foundation. I'm not sure. This foundation, let's talk about it a little bit before we get into the application. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous. It reminds you of old Hollywood glam. It is in the line of her Hollywood Flawless filter as far as the top being kind of fluted like that, except it does have a frosted glass bottle just like the Magic Foundation does. It also reminds you of her lipstick cases. So that's her standard lipstick cases, not her Hot Lips 2 cases. It's just very beautiful. It's going to be very beautiful on your vanity. I love the packaging very much. It is an oval bottle, not a round bottle. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has a beautiful pump. I could not be happier with the presentation and the packaging. It is just, like I said, old Hollywood glam. It's just Charlotte to the hilt. It's absolutely fabulous. It comes in 44 shades and it is $44, which is the same exact price as the Magic Foundation. And the bottle is absolutely gorgeous. And I like the pump so much better than the Magic Foundation, which is a plastic pump. the Magic Foundation does not have the beautiful presentation such as the Airbrush Flawless. However, this foundation comes with a lot of hefty claims. One is it says that the appearance of lines and wrinkles are going to be reduced in up to 8 weeks by, I believe, 22%. So let's check that out. So it said to visibly reduce the appearance of wrinkles by up to 22% after just 8 weeks of use. And the reason why is that it is a hybrid magic skincare foundation, and it contains this new technology called Replexium. And this Replexium is it contains this moss cell technology, and it is said to increase hydration in the skin by positive 216%. That's what the claims are on this foundation. And then also it is supposed to have a it's called air cool technology, and so it's supposed to have an instant fresh feel on the skin, and it says that 97% agree the skin feels cool after use. Now, I have not noticed that whenever I put it on my skin. I don't notice that my skin feels cooler after using it. So whenever I read this, I sort of expected that I was going to have a cooling feeling, almost like you have, not as intense, of course, as a lip plumper that you might use, but something more along the lines with the Becca powder, the Hydrate and Set, or Hydra Mist and Set powder. You know, the ones that came in the BoxyCharm box this past month. Something sort of along those lines where you could feel a little cooling sensation to your skin. I didn't notice that at all. And then as far as the positive 216% hydration, I have not felt my skin feeling any more hydrated after using this. Of course, that would probably take time. It says to reduce the appearance of the wrinkles by 22%, that happens over a time period of about 8 weeks. So of course I haven't been using this for 8 weeks, so I can't attest to any of that. But this does claim, there are a huge amount of claims within this product. So it does say that it gives a flawless, poreless looking finish. 95% agree that pores look reduced. I can attest to that. And it does seem to have a pore blurring effect on your skin whenever you use this. And the longer that you wear it, it seems to meld to your skin and give your skin sort of that airbrush look to your skin. I will attest to that. It does have that ability with this product, and it does have a more pore blurring effect than the Magic Foundation does, in my opinion. So it says that it has CT defense that's designed to limit the exposure of skin to everyday pollutants, and that it's sweat-proof, humidity-proof, waterproof, and transfer-resistant. And I do not agree with this, because without using a very good primer underneath it, I have found that I can just wipe it right off of my skin. So I don't really find that, especially if I'm using a very hydrating, dewy moisturizer like the one that I was using that this occurred with was the Tatcha the Dewy Skin Cream. So if I use this underneath it, then the makeup will just wipe right off, whereas the side that I have the Magic Foundation does not wipe right off. So I don't really agree with that, and that's fine. So it does have some pretty hefty claims, and it says, and here's an important, I found that finding my shade was really a lot more difficult than normal foundations. So here's something to be aware of. It says find your flawless match. Your overtone is what you see in the mirror, and your undertone is determined by the color of the veins, the underside of your wrist. If they are a bluish purple color, it means you're on the cool side. If they are a greenish tone, you are warm, and if they are bluish green, then you are neutral. So use that as a guide. But my biggest advice is, if you can get somewhere that can color match you, do that and get a sample first before making this purchase, and see if you like it, especially if you have dry skin. But that color match is going to be ever so important. People who have been neutral may find themselves in the cool shade, and I believe that I bought neutral, and I believe that I should have went with a cool shade. And so I think that would really help you in determining the shade that would be right for you. So if there's any way to get color matched, do it before you buy it. So those are my suggestions. And so let's get into the application, and I'll let you see what each side looks like and see what you think, and you can make your own judgment. So I'm just going to go in with some of the shade 3, and this does not take very much. I will never use a whole pump. This is a whole pump, and I'm just going to show you how little that I use of this and how runny that this formula is. So this is how runny it is compared to a pump of the Magic. And this is shade 3 versus shade 4. So the Magic has a much more mousse-like consistency, and the Flawless Airbrush is a lot more liquid in consistency. I'm just going to put a dot, 2 or 3, on this side for the Flawless Airbrush, and I'm just going to go in with my Goss foundation brush. Oh, I want to show you this too. Before I put any more of this on. I did pick up her new correctors, and so I'm going to go in under the eye with this #1 Fair. And I'm just going to put that just a little bit. This reminds me very much of my loved Tarte Amazonian Clay Colored Corrector, whatever the name of that is. And I'm just going to just put that. It looks like this. And it just has kind of that same consistency. So I'm just going to put that where I have my veins. And see how this does. And they seem to be doing quite well, the correctors. And I'm just going to take a little bit more of the Airbrush and just put it in my discolored spots. And a little bit on my nose. And I don't notice anything being cool about feeling cool. I don't feel cool using it. My skin don't feel cool. I don't think it would help me out if I was having a hot flash, anything like that. So I don't know what's going on with the air cool technology. But I do believe that if she could make a foundation that would help you out if you're having a hot flash, she could make a lot of money. So I think she should keep pursuing that endeavor. Just kidding. Okay, so that's what I have on this side. It looks, and there's what I have left. I didn't use very much at all. And before this gets everywhere, well, I'll just leave that on for comparison's sake for right now. And I'll come in and I'll let you see that. And I don't have any concealer on right now, and I'm not sure that I need any with that corrector. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And to me, it looks very full coverage. Let's just say it looks very full coverage. Okay, so let me go in on this side with my Magic foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations. I adore this foundation. So I already know that I'm going to love this one. Okay, and so I'll come in where you can just see the two. So here's the side with the Magic. Let me turn this off. There. Here's the side with the Magic. Here's the side with the Flawless. I just really feel like that the Flawless just looks a little bit more cakey, a little bit more makeup-y. It just shows my age a little bit more. I just don't feel like that it looks as beautiful as the Magic foundation. I just feel like that the Magic foundation is that. It's magic. It just looks beautiful. It looks more natural. It just, around my eyes, it looks better. I don't see as much crepey skin. I don't know, you tell me, but I definitely like the Magic foundation a lot better whenever you look at the two. It's not that the Airbrush Flawless is terrible, but it's definitely not as pretty as the Magic to me. So when it comes to your choice between the two foundations that Charlotte offers for dry, mature skin, which one will I be choosing? I'm going to stick with my Magic foundation. I just feel like that it gives my skin a much better look because I have dry, mature, crepey, wrinkly skin. So those are my thoughts on her new foundation. I'm still loving my Magic Foundation. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel but you'd like to be, it's really easy. All you got to do is click the big red subscribe button below. And I hope that today finds you happy and healthy, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.